Joshua chapter 3 and 4.
My name.
Yes, that's your name. 3 and 4.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody has their place? Yes? All right. So, can I see a thumbs up from everybody? Thumbs up. High five. All right. Oh, we have a fist bump. Good job. High. High five.
I just did one. Fine. I didn't.
Yeah, that's 2.
Okay. Find your spots.
Chapter 3, Israel crossing the Jordan. In the morning Joshua got up early. Then he and all the children of Israel set out for Shittim and came to the Jordan. They stayed there before crossing over. After 3 days, the officers went through the camp. They commanded the people, "When you see the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God and the Levite priests carrying it, then you shall set out from where you are and go behind it. There must be a distance of 2,000 cubits between you and it. Do not draw closer to it, and in order that you may know that the way you should go, for you have not passed this way before." Joshua said to the people, "Consecrate yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will perform wondrous deeds among you." Joshua said to the priests, "Pick up the ark of the covenant and proceed ahead of the people." So they picked up the ark of the covenant and went in front of the people. The Lord said to Joshua, "Today I will begin to honor you in the sight of all Israel, so that they may know that just as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. You shall command the priests who carry the ark of the covenant. When you come to the bank of the Jordan, stand still in the river." So Joshua said to the children of Israel, "Draw near and hear the words of the Lord your God." And Joshua said, "By this you will know that the living God is among you, and that he will thoroughly drive out the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Hivites, the Perizzites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, and the Jebusites from before you. See, the ark of the covenant of the Lord of all the earth is passing before you into the Jordan. Now select 12 men from the tribes of Israel, 1 man per tribe. When the soles of the feet of the priests who bear the ark of the Lord of all the earth, touch the water of the water of the Jordan that flows from upstream will be cut off and piled up. When the people set out from their tents to cross over the Jordan, the priests were carrying the ark of the covenant before the people. When the carriers of the ark came to the Jordan, the feet of the priests carrying the ark dipped into the edge of the water. Now the Jordan overflows its banks all the days of the harvest. Then the water that flows down from the upstream stood still and rose up in a heap very far away at Adam, the city beside Zarethan. The water that flows down toward the sea of Arabah, the Dead Sea, stopped and was cut off. The people crossed over opposite Jericho. The priests carrying the ark of the covenant of the Lord stood firmly on the dry ground in the middle of the Jordan, and all Israel crossed over on dry ground until the entire people completed crossing over the Jordan. Verse 4, 12 memorial stones.
Chapter
4. When the entire people had completed crossing over the Jordan, the Lord said to Joshua, "Take 12 men from among the people, 1 man per tribe. Command them, pick up 12 stones from the middle of the Jordan, from the place where the feet of the priests are standing. Bring them over with you, and set them in the place you will camp tonight." So Joshua summoned the 12 men he had appointed from among the children of Israel, 1 man per tribe. And Joshua said to them, "Cross over before the ark of the Lord your God into the middle of the Jordan. Each of you lift up a stone upon your shoulder, 1 for each of the tribes of the children of Israel, so that it will be a sign among you. When your children ask, 'What do these stones mean to you?' you will answer them that the waters of the Jordan were cut off from the ark of the covenant of the Lord when it crossed the Jordan. The waters of the Jordan were cut off. These stones will be a memorial for the children of Israel continually." Then the children of Israel did as Joshua commanded and picked up 12 stones from the middle of the Jordan, 1 for each of the tribes of the children of Israel, as the Lord had spoken to Joshua. They crossed over with them to the settlement and set them there. Joshua also set 12 stones in the middle of the Jordan at the place where the feet of the priests who carried the ark of the covenant were standing. The stones are there to this day. The priests who were carrying the ark stood in the middle of the Jordan until everything was completed, and the Lord had commanded Joshua to say to the people according to all that Moses had commanded Joshua. The people quickly crossed over. When all the people had finished crossing over, the ark of the Lord and the priests crossed over in the presence of the people. The Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh crossed over in battle formation in front of the children of Israel, according to what Moses had said to them. About 40,000 battle-ready men crossed over before the Lord for battle on the plains of Jericho. On that day, the Lord honored Joshua in the sight of all Israel. They feared him as they had feared Moses all the days of his life. The Lord spoke to Joshua, "Command the priests carrying the ark of the testimony come out of the Jordan." So Joshua commanded the priests come out of the Jordan. Then the priests who were carrying the ark of the covenant of the Lord came up from the middle of the Jordan, and the soles of the priests' feet touched the dry ground. The waters of the Jordan returned to their place and overflowed all its banks as before. Now the people came up from the Jordan on the 10th day of the first month, and they camped at Gilgal on the eastern part of Jericho. Joshua set up in Gilgal those 12 stones that they took from the Jordan. He said to the children of Israel, "When your children someday ask their parents, 'What do these stones mean?' then you shall explain to your children, 'Israel crossed over the Jordan here on dry ground. For the Lord your God dried up the waters of the Jordan before you until you crossed over, as the Lord your God did to the Red Sea when he dried it up before us until we crossed over, so that all the peoples of the earth might know the hand of the Lord it is mighty, and you would fear the Lord your God always." Joshua.
That is Joshua 4, or 3 and 4.
Bye. Have a great day. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching our channel.
Bye.
Catherine, say bye.